Hey, this is Logan with the Roof Butler doing your free video roof inspection. So we are up here on the top portion of the roof, and what we're going to do is we're just going to go over some things that I noticed when I climbed up here. And I just want to point out a couple of things maintenance wise, and then a couple of things that may need to be repaired. So usually what we do is when we're climbing the roof, we're going to always look at your nails that are exposed on the roof. So you have nails around the ridge vent, and you can see that this is caulked and sealed. Now some of this caulk is wearing off. You can start to see the nail heads. So that stuff just needs to be resealed. And you want to do that on every nail that's exposed along these ridge vents. At the very peak of the roof, any nail that is exposed, you want to caulk that, seal that so no water's getting in there. And then over here, you have this sidewall flashing, okay, where the roof meets the sidewall. Everything is installed properly. The only thing that I would say that could be an issue is in here there are some cracks to the sealant, so we just want to seal that up, make sure that no water is getting in there. Obviously today's got a little bit of rain, but on some days that are more wind driven, rain can get behind that and you can eventually start to see leaks. But just wanted to point that out to you as we make our way over here to the top section. Again, just want to caulk and seal these areas and then make sure that everything is sealed. I will show you just all the little nooks and crannies over here. You can see this siding over here probably just needs a little bit of paint. You can see the trims are starting to to deteriorate. So just want to point that out to you guys that you're aware. And we'll come up here and take a look at all of your other places. I noticed there was one shingle here that had a missing architectural piece. And you can see this one looks like maybe somebody damaged it during the install, or maybe it was blown off during the wind. But everything else on the roof up on this side is in good condition. That was the only real shingle problem that I saw. And then over here, this is your pipe boots. So all these extrusions to the roof, again, all the nails need to be sealed. You can start to see this one coming through. And then what we usually like to do is add a rain collar onto this pipe boot, so that way no water gets in around this area, because this can crack in the summer heat. We'll come across this other side. Again, just checking all your pipe boots and make sure that all of these are sealed. But I wanted to point out something that I saw on this back side while we're over here. So around this gutter, you can see it looked like this gutter does have some kind of indentation. I don't know if it was hit at some point or damaged during the roof install, but you can see that is damaged. It's got a ding there. But this is my most concerned area on the top section. So anytime you have a downspout coming out, the water can just pile up right here. And at the right angle, you can kind of see how that does divot down a little bit. If I were to put my foot right there, it would kind of be some rotted wood underneath that. So what I would recommend is when we pull these shingles off, just put an ice and water barrier underneath, and that way it's protected. And then maybe just run that downspout maybe over to the gutter a little bit more, so that we're not rotting out any shingles, and moisture over time will build up, and that could cause a leak. So that's my big issue there. Again, just pointing out some of the trim. You can see obviously it's deteriorating, probably just needs a new paint job. Again, these pipe boots, what we're looking at, just caulk these nails. You can see that one is exposed, so just caulk and seal that. Everything over here looks good. Again, just more trim work on this side, but the flashing looked great. I'll step over here so you can see everything. But everything over here does look good. As far as your flashing, your counter flashings over there, I don't see any cracks in the sealant or the caulk. But just so you can get an overview of everything, this is the roof. I'll pause here. On this backside, no missing shingles, no damage of any sort. Everything looks great up here. But just so you can see the steeple, come across here. The ridge vent's installed, very nice. Everything is laying flat. There's no shingles lifted up on the ridge vent, anything like that. Everything lays down pretty good. And then you can see the flashing over here. Again, everything looks great with your counter flashing. But just so you guys can see it, I'll show you the whole section here. Again, all this sealant looks great. I don't see any cracks on this one. But these little nails in the flashing, you can see they are caulked. Now this caulk is drying out. So another layer of caulk on these little things wouldn't do any harm. Just make sure that we secure everything and everything is dried in. And so you can be sure that when the rains do come, everything's okay. But just want to say thanks again for the opportunity to come out here and take a look at this. This is Logan with the Roof Butler.